it's Deanna from The Faith That Grows, and I just thought that I was having the cutest morning vibes morning, and Daniel is at work. I just dropped him off, and I want to do a vlog. So, first discovery. What I'm drinking right now. First discovery right off the bat is I'm drinking, I think it's Awake or Tazo English breakfast tea. It is a black tea, pretty strong. Black tea, I believe, is the strongest tea you can drink. And I decided I wanted, hi Amelia. Do you want to be on camera, little girl? Well, come here then. Do you want to be on camera? With your sparkly green eyes. Do you want to show people your pretty paws? No? Okay. So, black tea is a really good alternative if you love coffee, but you don't want to get that crash or that super dehydrated feeling, in my opinion. That's like, I know that like other people say these things too, but this is just from my personal experience. It's not from any research. Like, I get pretty dehydrated when I drink coffee. I don't have the same experience with tea unless I drink like way too much. But the thing is, with coffee, I suck it down, and with tea, I tend to stick to just one cup. Anyway, so I opted for an English breakfast tea this morning, and I was gonna put milk in it. And when I opened my fridge, I saw that we had French vanilla creamer, and I just stopped and I was like, no, I think I'm gonna put French vanilla creamer in instead of just milk. That was my immediate intuition. But then I stopped myself. This is something I'm working through, by the way. It's like a pattern of like having an intuition and then stopping myself. I don't know are these like super distracting? Because I have like vanity lights, but it like creates this weird, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it, but I also don't know if it's like super distracting. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm at like a rave, which is fine, but it's also a little distracting. These also need to be cleaned. Anyways, I will just put those away for now. But now I can't see very well. Amelia, down. Okay. So, yeah, I had my intuition to put French vanilla creamer in my black tea. And, I did a little, did a little check with God about whether or not that would be a good idea, and God said go for it. And I put it in, and it tastes like Lucky Charms milk. It tastes so wonderful. It's almost like exactly drinking coffee with French vanilla creamer in it. And then I realized it's not that weird to do, because like people do this with London Fogs. They'll have their tea and milk and then like a flavor. So and that's all creamer is milk and flavor and sugar. So I don't know if this is as revolutionary for you as it is for me, but for me, putting French vanilla creamer into black tea has changed my world. I'm probably going to opt for that a lot more often. Tea also has like a gentler wake up, I think. Okay, so I decided to move my vlog to the phone for a couple reasons. One, my Mac was like being absurdly loud with its fan, and two, better camera on here. But also, this is just easier and nicer, and I can walk around if I want to. But truly, the reason I wanted to film today is because I have a unique little window of time here where I'm taking my MedPass class as a CNA, and I have the class today and tomorrow. And so the class actually starts later than when I usually work, when our shifts usually begin. And so, yeah. So, what do I actually want to talk about? Let's talk about Daniel, my twin flame. We are both going to be vlogging, getting back into filming videos. I've been doing quite a lot of them, but he's realized that it's something that he wants to do too, of course. He just had to catch up a little bit. And so I think we're going to go ahead and do a series called Looking Back. And we're going to sit down and go through, this is really something we want to do because we're getting married this summer. And getting married this summer, it just begins a whole new chapter in our lives. And so we feel the call to go ahead and make looking back vlogs. And I think we're actually going to start them in January of 2020. Just look at that view for a second, though. Seriously, we love our apartment. We love our apartment so much. We're going to utilize it more. And we're probably going to film some videos out on our balcony, because why wouldn't we? And so what we want to do, I brought this idea up to Daniel and he really loved it. We want to start in January of 2020 when we were first revealed as twin flames and we came into harmonious union. We want to talk about, I think, month by month, what happened to us spiritually, what we went through emotionally and spiritually, and kind of just recall, because in fact, I might even start and do just a video, just myself, about I really truly want to start at the end of TFAS, because that's where my story left off, according to anyone watching that, TFAS and LPC. And so it's so important to me to record everything that's been happening. We really feel like we don't want to lose any of it to memory. We want to make sure that it's captured, because, and Daniel was speaking to this perfectly last night, as we were, well, not falling asleep. We were not falling asleep at all. We were, I'm really just realizing how much I want Daniel to be here. Making these videos has been fun by myself for a certain amount of time, but I really just feel that he should be here. And I'm just having a healing come up, actually. Seriously, though, look at that. This is our view every day. Okay, it's time. Time for a little reading. Isn't it so interesting that, like, I'm actually, as I film this video, I'm looking forward to editing it. I have had a passion for being a YouTuber. Like, I'm sorry, I have to talk about this again. I know I've already spoken about this, but I have to talk about it again because it's actually just arising in my awareness this fully. So it might seem like, why is Deanna being so repetitive in all of her vlogs? It's because, like, this is actually a new awareness for me, like how complete the awareness is coming through, that actually secretly, like, my passion has always been YouTube. Like specifically vlogging, though. Specifically vlogging. Like, I grew up in Harry Potter culture, and the only thing I wanted to do was find other people who loved Harry Potter as much as I did. And so I had to look online, and I found a community online of Harry Potter lovers. And I actually became really close friends with a lot of those people, and we're not in touch anymore, but that doesn't matter. I really grew up online, like in forums, and I just I am an internet baby. Like, I was one of those people who, like, I was like one of those kids that everyone, like, gripes about, like, oh, why don't kids go outside and play anymore? They're just stuck inside on their computers. That was me. I was stuck inside of my computer, and I don't regret any of it. I still get sunshine. I still get air. I go outside, I promise. But I just grew up infatuated with online community. And it's revolutionary. It's like, thank you, Deanna, for enlightening us about the internet being revolutionary. Thank you so much for telling me that, right? That's what you're thinking right now. What's revolutionary is my awareness that I'm coming into about. Of course, I loved reading, and I thought I wanted to be a writer, or English teacher. Mostly a writer, though. I've most commonly pursued creative careers where I could be a writer or a journalist and then musician were my three like big ones I wanted. I'm a life path number 3, which is all about creative expression, creative self-expression. And so, but like the truth like is that I still love writing and I still love music. But the juiciest creation is me. I'm God's child. And so to capture my life as I co-create it with God is actually the juiciest and most amazing self-expression possible, because like with vlogging, I capture my life that I am co-creating as a child of God with God. And that is, especially applying this work on the planet at this time, like it is the coolest thing I could be doing, I believe. And so that's why I just feel so called to it. But so I grew up, so I got into the Harry Potter world online. And then I start watching like the Vlog Brothers, Hank and John Green. And I start watching 5 Awesome Girls, 5 Awesome Guys, Neriman, Charlie Is So Cool, like Dave Days, others that are not really, they're not coming to mind that so much. But even to this day, I'm a big YouTuber. I love Hailey Bieber's YouTube channel. Haley Baldwin. Bieber. Anyway, so I just like, all I want to do is vlog. But what's amazing about vlogging is you don't really have to like, you don't stop your life to do it. You just do it. And so I'm kind of wondering if I'm supposed to wear scrubs this morning or just regular clothes to the class. It's like a med pass class. I'm guessing I wear scrubs. I think that's what I would do. Anyways, I don't have the most time in the world to finish this video. I actually have to get ready for my med pass class. But real quick, another thing I wanted to talk about is being a CNA. It's a certified nursing assistant. So Daniel and I, after leaving spiritual boot camp, we initially started working at Applebee's, and then Daniel started as a cook, and I came in and joined him, and we both started serving. And then we transitioned over to a different restaurant in town, a more upscale Italian restaurant. Worked there for a long time, and then God transitioned us into CNA work. God literally airlifted us out of restaurant life and into healthcare. It was a massive transition that we will definitely be talking about in one of our looking back videos. Well, that's right, looking back videos. We're going to be doing those because we want to like vlog and talk about all of this time leading up to getting married, because I just feel like getting married is going to open up this whole new arena in my life, and I really want to get out all the content from this arena of my life, starting from the end of TFAS onward. So being a CNA, especially I'm working particularly, me personally, not Daniel, at least not yet, although he's going to be working where I work tomorrow, so he's going to be experiencing it. I work with memory care, like Alzheimer's and dementia residents, and I was really concerned that I wasn't going to like the job. I thought it was going to really freak me out to see people forgetting things and not, maybe having some like illusions and delusions. But being around these people is teaching me deep compassion for myself and others. And it's also showing me that like illusions really are just like having dementia or having Alzheimer's. Like you're just not perceiving reality correctly. And what we do as CNAs there, one of the things that we do is continuously remind these people of the true reality. Like, no, don't worry, nothing is coming to hurt you. Because sometimes these people have this idea that something's coming to hurt them. Or these people have this idea that, like, I don't know, I don't want to get too into it because it feels like patient confidentiality. But I guess I can, like, make up an example, like, yeah, just like, someone will be like, I really see something over there and I think it's coming to get me. And you just go, no, it's not. And you literally say that over and over. Now, that is exactly what ascension coaches do. And what spiritual teachers who are aligned with Jeff and Shaleia's work do is they just state the truth over and over and over and only focus on the true reality. And it's mind-blowing. And also another aspect of this Daniel and I were talking about is because Daniel and I were going through an upset with working in an environment such as this. And, Daniel's talking about how, well, these people have obviously manifested a situation in which they need to be damn near totally dependent on other people. And so we're talking about kind of like how healthcare might have this savior complex, but like we were just healing through it. Like I'm not placing a judgment on healthcare at all. I'm just, with something we were working through is we were concerned that we were like feeding some like a pattern instead of feeding love. And but wherever you go, you choose to ensure that the place is serving love by your choice and what you're doing and your vibration and your actions. And so you get to go into the world and make sure that it's serving God, not the world, if you're applying this work. So, what was I saying? So we were talking, Daniel was saying how like these elderly have manifested a situation where they're totally dependent on other people. And we were working through the upset of that. Well, what I've actually come to, at least in this moment in time, is that it is March 2nd, 2022, by the way. So the awareness I've come to is that, Jeff and Shaleia talk about your karma is just what you have to work through. And so your karma can literally be having dementia or Alzheimer's. But what I see happening in the place that I'm working is that we are helping remind people that they can rely on other people. And actually something I'm noticing is that I think a lot of these people assumed that no one would be there for them. And they're learning through this experience that the universe does support them perfectly. And love is always there. But we also don't baby them either. And we remind them of their independence and their power. And I'm really actually quite impressed with how healthcare honors people's choice. It's actually helping me heal, wanting to like choose for another, because the environment I'm in, it's just very clear that like, okay, we're going to honor their choice. I could really just get into this for a long time. I suffice it to say that for the time being, I'm very much enjoying being a CNA, and it's teaching me a lot. And there's something very sacred about working with people who are just about to transition into their next lifetime. It's actually a very holy and transformative time in people's lives, and I can feel it. They are wrapping up the end of their lessons of this lifetime. And for a lot of them that I'm seeing, the lesson is that like it's okay to be loved and supported. Like when you're a child, you're completely dependent on other people to love and support you, and you made it. You made it to where you are today. And even if they didn't do it perfectly, those are just, your upsets to heal. But the same thing with the elderly. Like you come into this life and leave it in the same sort of way, which is being totally dependent or quite dependent on other people. And working in an assisted living facility, I'm also seeing the value of community more, because the residents that come out and socialize with one another are overall, they're just more optimistic, and they are just brighter. And I this might sound weird. I'm just actually like quite taken aback by how much love is in an assisted living facility. I was coming here thinking, wow, this place is going to lack love. But it doesn't. It doesn't. And I get to help take it deeper in my own unique way, the love that is there. But there's a lot of love there already. And everything can be tweaked and improved upon, of course. And these are just my insights as of right now. But God is teaching me so much through this experience. And I really it really suits my soul design, which is to work directly on children of God in small set groups, because these residents don't really filter in and out. They come in and pretty much stay till they pass. And so there's quite a tight-knit community there. Right now there's 14 residents, and I think we're adding a 15th. And I just love getting to know these people and get to help support part of their daily lives. And that's another thing that this job teaches you, and being in an assisted living facility teaches you, is if you never, like a CNA helps patients or residents with activities of daily living, ADLs. And it teaches the residents and the people working there, like what it actually takes to properly take care of yourself every day. Imagine not ever having been taught that or shown that, and then being in an assisted living facility where you see that, yep, every day, 3 meals a day are cooked. Every day we do all the laundry. Every day we upkeep all these things. Every day we get out of bed, we get dressed, we wash up. You know what I mean? It's not everyone's taught that. I think boot camp also, yes, spiritual boot camp sought to teach this too, and it did. It was my awakening to this, that like life is always moving forward, and every single day you have to get up and you got to do your things, and there's no getting out of life. And if you do try, you're going to end up in a situation where other people are going to help show you what it takes, and then you have a choice if you want to, step up to that or not. But I think that what I'm seeing in these people is that this is the end of one lifetime. And as Jeff and Shaleia teach, one lifetime is nothing in an eternal existence. Like, your life matters, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, you know what I mean? It's a blink of an eye in an eternity. And so I have to wrap up here quickly, but I'm getting to see these people's, like, final lessons. We do have someone who is in the process of passing away right now, and I can tell that this person's lessons were a lot about, like, support. And what I really just want to say is that, like, the lessons people are learning at these assisted living facilities are directly preparing them to enter them into their next lifetime and hopefully make a new choice. And so it's actually a really beautiful place to work and a situation to be involved in. I do highly recommend being a CNA to people who are, know themselves, and they're designed to work on children of God in small set groups, and they enjoy love, and they enjoy offering support to people, and they want to be a part of people's lives in a very meaningful way. It's just, I'm really happy to have this experience in my life. Real quick, let's see what the cards say. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And so this is about Daniel and I making videos together. It's also about our partnership in general right now. We've been trying to do things by ourselves a lot lately, but this picture is showing, like, like, we made the effort to have romance in our life last night, and it was worth it. Like, sometimes, you want romance to just, like, be flowing on its own, and you don't have to work at it. Yeah, me too. But sometimes you got to work at it for it to flow. And so that's kind of the lesson we're working on right now. Like, we have to actually make the effort. We can't just be on autopilot and assume that life itself is going to just keep our romance alive. You know what I mean? This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This is another thing that's been coming up big time. Inroads to our wedding this summer is, going deeper in the fact that, yes, we are true twin flames. Yes, this is the right person to marry, because Daniel and I would never get divorced. And so we both have manifested a situation where neither of us have been married. And so getting married is very, very serious for us. It matters a lot to us. We respect marriage greatly, which is why it's kind of taken us a relatively long time to heal to this place. Not long time by the world standards, but by the standards of knowing that someone's your twin flame. Just marry them right away, right? But we're still healing this one big lesson that this is our person, and this is our twin flame. And the final card is, yes, I knew this was going to come up, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And so that's what we're really focused on right now, is putting in the effort towards quality time and romance, and deepening our understanding and meeting each other. Because Jeff and Shaleia say it takes, oh gosh, I don't know exactly where it is. But there's, yes, here. Stage 2 is meeting. You ask for what you desire, you become aligned with what you desire, then you give what you desire every time without exception. In manifesting your twin flame in harmonious union, there will come a time when you meet them. It will happen for you if you make the decision and work through the situations, upsets, and circumstances which arise to bring you to your desire. So it says, meeting is a stage because it takes a long time for you to meet your twin flame on every level, because you're meeting yourself on every level of your being. It took 6 months of daily contact before Jeff and Shaleia had completed their meeting stage. This stage is where all parts of you are becoming intimately acquainted with all parts of your twin flame on every level possible. The meeting stage will often take longer than 6 months for many twin flames who are not consciously focusing on developing their union as efficiently as possible and for the purpose of HTFU. Jeff and Shaleia are exceptional in the speed with which they developed their permanent and harmonious twin flame union. Most unions will take 3 to 5 years to fully complete this stage. Stages can overlap and occur simultaneously. So for Daniel and I, it's been a little over 2 years, and we are going much deeper in the meeting phase as we approach our wedding. We obviously know each other. Oh, look at this. I just love this. I just love that picture. That's the night we got engaged. We obviously know each other enough to live together, work together, choose to be together, get engaged, keep on with this teaching and applying it to our relationship. But ever since setting our wedding date and signing on the venue for it, we've hit and unleashed a whole new layer of the meeting stage. And so that's what we're focusing on right now. And it's really good. And I'll definitely bring Daniel in for videos. It won't just be me. Because who wants to see just one twin flame, right? I'm still probably going to do some solo vlogs, but you know what I mean. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. And check out that view one more time. Can you believe it? It's so magical. We manifested this. It is perfection.